looks like it has been a tradition that they always give the last speech. Anyway, we're here for the summary of our recommendations that we'll be presenting to use Casambre. Thanks. Okay. Where is this? Okay, the government advocates the adoption of cloud computing as an innovative deployment strategy for ICT-based systems. Is that correct? Yes. Towards faster public service delivery and greater resource and operational efficiency. And we shall be coming up with the following action plan. Strategy. Consultative meetings with DBM, government agencies, CSPs, ICT organizations. Objective number 1. Resolve issues and challenges and formulate guidelines to improve government's level of confidence in cloud computing pertaining to privacy, transparency, independent verification, security. Expected outputs, guidelines, standards, policy statements. Activities involved would include risk assessment, the product of the first workshop, solutions to the challenges that could adversely affect adoption of cloud computing, that is, for example, security and control, cross-border transfer of data, data confidentiality, open standards, interoperability, etc. Cloud computing service offerings, which includes migration, training, operation, maintenance, backup, business continuity, disaster recovery, etc. Second, economic justification. Cloud computing costs, for example, upfront costs, subscription, regular operating and maintenance costs, training and other costs. Budget implications, capital expenditure versus maintenance and other operating expense, or MOOE. And third, budget estimation. Third activity is legal compliance, which includes inventory and understanding applicable existing policies, guidelines, issuances, and laws. Contract management, SLA provisions and parameters like security, downtime, etc. Fourth, procurement, which includes guidelines on procurement procedures and selection of CSPs. Fifth, data classification, which includes guidelines in data classification, highly sensitive versus public data. Consider relevant government policies like freedom of information, data privacy, agency circulars, etc. Objective number 2, to develop cloud computing implementation strategy, goals and guidelines, expected outputs, cloud completing strategy for government, correct? So computing, long spelling. Okay. Cloud computing strategy for government, guidelines and policy statements. At least pareho kami sinabi. Okay. Activities. Establish governance structure, including roles and responsibilities of agencies, officers, organizations, etc. Second, identify cloud computing stages. Third, establish cloud computing readiness guidelines for NGAs, LGUs, etc. Fourth, identify quick wins, that is, priority agencies, priority application systems for the short term and for the long term, which includes email, asset management system, real property tax system, business registration, health services system, e-learning, etc. Fifth, establish criteria for prioritizing agencies for software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, IT as a service, apartment houses as a service. Okay. Sixth, establish criteria for prioritizing application systems. Seventh, establish agency approval process. Eighth, establish implementation process. For example, assessment of requirements, migration, installation, capability development, deployment, monitoring, and audit. 9. Determine budgetary requirements. 10. Identify technical assistance, such as help desk. Objective number 3. Establish a PPP facility. Okay, expected outputs and hands-on experience activities included: first, set up a cloud computing laboratory, care of ICT ODUST, Academe Industry Partnership. Second, platform environment for research and experimentation and sharing of experiences. No. No? No more? Okay. So that's it, Mr. or Undersecretary. This is the summary of our recommendations, which will now be presented formally.
Can I invite upstairs also, Mr. Quintanar, and then also you, Casambre. Can we give them a round of applause, please?